Yeah, I mean the first few weeks have been great. I mean, you always expect the beginning of practice to be good because everybody's fired up and ready to get back into it and whatnot. So you expect the first few weeks of practice to be good. But I mean, our culture is so strong that we're really excited to see the continuation of that motivation, that drive, that dedication. Play out as the season goes along. We're getting ready to play on Saturday at our first match, and we've got a really, really difficult schedule coming up the next couple of weeks. So preseason's been great, but we're ready to kind of hit the ground running as we start to play some tough teams and get into the pack schedule a little bit. Sure. So obviously, I mean, we have a ton of returners, but I'll name a few. First returner that I think is pretty essential is Gavin Miller. He's one of our juniors from Carolina. We've seemed to always have a few of them, but Gavin is phenomenal. He's probably going to be playing somewhere towards the top of the lineup this year. I mean, he's a team chaplain, and I think Gavin not only is a fantastic player, but culturally, I mean, he's such a great fit. And if there's somebody that does a really great job of keeping the team kind of interconnected, I think that it's Gavin. So I'll mention him first. Secondly, it would be Jamison Sposato. Jamison had a terrific fall. I think he was 7-1 in singles, maybe 8-1 in singles or something like that. Had a great run at ITAs and was able to make the most of that opportunity. Jamo just keeps getting better and better. He listens really well, and I think if he can stay healthy this spring, he's going to be probably one of our more key pieces to the lineup. And then lastly would probably be Ryan Talco. Ryan was playing too last year. This is kind of the first year I think that this team is Ryan's team, so to speak. I mean, he's the captain, he's the leader, so it's been very cool to see. Now that it's his final year, the group has essentially in a lot of ways become his responsibility, I think, in a lot of ways. So it's cool to see him grow in that, and he's also a phenomenal player. He'll probably be playing top of the lineup for us this year. So excited to watch him work and hopefully win a lot of matches. We have 3 freshmen, all out-of-staters. First two are Isaac Demand from Michigan. Isaac's, I would say probably been our most improved player since he's gotten here. He's really, taken the coaching well and really just fit into the system extremely well. And he's fighting for playing time. This semester we'll see if he can kind of sneak into the lineup and get the role that he's looking for. Secondly, we have Wesley Morgan. Wesley Morgan is from Georgia. He's our other one of our other freshmen that has, as far as dedication goes, I think Wesley Morgan is definitely up there. I mean, he is super busy, but he's always making time for tennis, and I think that I would say that it's hard to find somebody that's working as hard as Wesley Morgan is, and his attitude's great. And then lastly is Benjamin Jones. Benjamin has been, he was a starter for us in the fall. He'll probably more than likely be, somewhere towards the top of the lineup here in the spring. I mean, he played really well at ITAs. I mean, he's a fantastic player, and it's cool to watch Ben play because he was one of the guys that I recruited in my first season pretty heavily, and we're super excited about him. And Ben is really excited. He loves tennis more than anything, and I'm excited to watch him play his freshman year. Sure, yeah. I mean, we think. Just being blunt, we think that this year is about us and Allegheny for sure. I mean, Allegheny, coming to the conference has obviously is going to make things harder for us, but our mindset doesn't change at all. The expectation here is, win the conference every year. That's always been the expectation for the men's tennis program, and it always will be. I think this year is going to be a good test for us and also a good test for them as well. I think. Between us and them, obviously both of us were picked first and second in the poll, and quite frankly, we don't really care about the poll, but we're just excited to play them and see how we match up. So they have high hopes, we have high hopes, and it's going to be interesting to see the way that it plays out. And I would say thirdly is probably St. Vincent. St. Vincent, really stepped up last year. I mean, they got a great coach, and I think that they're going to be not too far behind. So we're really excited for those two matchups in the PAC conference. But we're working hard, so we'll be ready. Keys for success this year is 100% discipline. It's something we talk about every single day in practice. Is discipline. I mean, it's become one of kind of the three main tenets of our program. I think is discipline, and not only discipline on the tennis court, but also in just being who we say we are. I mean, we want to be a group of God-fearing young men who do the right things both on and off the court, and I think that's probably the first key that's going to be so essential this year. And the second thing I think is just consistency. We talk all day long about making less unforced errors and being able to grind points out and hopefully win matches doing what we do best, and that's grinding matches out. So as long as we continue to build on those two things, which I think we do well already, but we just want to get better at them, is discipline and consistency. So those are probably our two biggest keys to winning the pack again this year.